Okay folks, welcome back. You'll recall last episode we just finished the oh-so-spooky Shadow Temple, and I am very excited about this episode because this is going to be the first episode that I have had in quite a while that is going to involve us actually going to a new unexplored area of Hyrule. So that should be fun. Oh, hang on, Navi just wanted to grab our attention there for a second. Oh, we lost it. She's probably just going to say something like, hey, why don't you check out this spot? You've never been there before. Let's see if she pipes up again. Yes, no, maybe not? Okay. I guess, apparently we lost the opportunity. Of course, we know how talkative she is. She'll probably say something again in a bit. At any rate, after we finished the Shadow Temple, it dropped us off at the graveyard there again, so that's why we've got to run all the way back this way here to Hyrule Field. And we're going to make our way. Here, if we consult our map, you'll be able to see all the areas here that we've previously explored. And quite a few of these, in fact, basically almost all of them, except for Zora's Domain there, almost all of them have the gold Skulltula symbol next to them, which means we've got them all in those areas here. So out Gerudo Valley and on the far eastern side, as well as Zora's Domain, the only places so far that we haven't done that. And you can see over here on our quest status subscreen here, we've got 87 out of 100, so that's not bad either. We're making some good progress there as well. Yeah, look here. If we go out even further west, though, Gerudo's Fortress, that is an area that we have yet to explore, and it is directly there that we are going today. So, continue on horseback. For some reason, I'm not really sure why, but this part always kind of, not exactly scared me, but kind of intimidated me as a kid, because as Child Link, you explore all these areas of Hyrule and you get used to the lay of the land, and then even as an adult, for the majority of your time out here, you're just sort of reacquainting yourself with those same areas, so everything still feels familiar and comfortable. And now this is the first time that we're having to kind of step foot outside of that comfort zone. As a kid, I always kind of dreaded it. But not to worry, folks. I'm going to show you exactly what you got to do here. We know what to do here again. Hop across with opponent, make sure we're hitting it nice head on. Before we go any further, this is about as far west as we've ever come. I've come here once to talk to the carpenter here. We could talk to him again. Hey you, if you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Right. And we also went inside his tent here. I think we talked to was the marathon runner that we sold the bunny hood to as a child, and he's talking about how, I won't go through the whole spiel again, but he was talking about how he can't run anymore because the bridge is out. I just wanted to turn your attention over here, because at night there is another gold Skulltula that appears up here. We couldn't get it before because I don't think, well actually it doesn't look that far after all. For some reason I thought that you needed the long shot in order to be able to reach it, but looking at it now, we probably could have got it with our hook shot as well. At any rate, there you go. I'm going to point this out too. I'm not going to open it, because that would be a waste, but if you simply bomb these boulders here... Oh, we can't bomb them. We've got to use something stronger here. 1 second, Navi. Be right with you. We need our Megaton Hammer to blow our way through here. There is a small chest, and should you be hurting for rupees, you will find a gold rupee in that chest worth 200 rupees. So that's a nice little prize for you there as well. Okay, let's see what Navi's got to say here. The desert. That is where Ganondorf the Evil King was born. If we go there, we might find something. Alright. So first, I'm just going to turn it back to day. I just prefer it to be day. I like the atmosphere better, and it makes it easier to see stuff. Just be better for the video. Anyway, we're just going to continue walking this way on foot. We could totally bring Epona this way if we want to, but for what's about to happen, and you'll see in just a second, there's actually no point. Because what happens when we first enter Gerudo's fortress, you'll see all these Gerudo thieves and soldiers out and about protecting the area. And what we can do is, you see there's some steps here leading up directly to the fortress, or if we want, we can make our way around this way. And the first thing you'll notice is there's this big gate that's preventing us from going even further west. So if we come back this way, this also leads us back to the fortress. And as soon as we make our way this way, we are immediately going to be caught by one of these guards. Halt, stay where you are. Oof! So they caught us and threw us in jail. Stupid kid, get in there and keep quiet. Oh, this is a nice windowless cell. Not even bars. Jesus. Talk about ruthless and cold-hearted. Alright, no matter. That wasn't a mistake, by the way. You're going to want to allow yourself to get captured there. Because the idea of this whole section is we've got to sneak around stealthily like James Bond or Solid Snake or something, and try to avoid detection. So, by being thrown in our jail cell here, all we do to escape is just use our long shot up on this plank of wood up here on the one window that they did provide us with up above here, I guess just for fresh air, because we can't even see out of it. But anyway, you can see now we are immediately up above where we just were down below. And if you want, you don't have to do this all the time. If you just want to give yourself a little bit of room here, to run around in without risk of being detection, you can actually hit these soldiers here with an arrow. God, that looks so brutal. It looks like we just frickin' took them out. It actually, for anyone who's worried about the violence in this game, we didn't actually kill them. We just temporarily stunned them. But it's good enough to take them out just until we re-enter the area there. So you can see here we're not in their line of sight anymore. You actually can walk up right behind these guys, so as long as they don't see you, you're all good to go. And in the event that you actually do get detected again, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. You just get thrown back in your cell again. So as long as, you know, it's not that big of a deal if you didn't make it too far or anything like that. It gets to be a bit more of a pain in the neck if you made it really, really far into the fortress and you got to start all the way back from the beginning. But anyway, enough yakety yak. This is the first area that we're going to have to go into here. This entire fortress, the Thieves' Hideout, is just kind of a really big maze, so it gets a little bit confusing trying to navigate and find your way through here. But this is what this is all about here. See, somebody is talking to us here. Hey, you, young man over there, look over inside the cell. So we come over, and look, someone's in prison. So if we talk to this person here, we will recognize them immediately as one of the old workers, the carpenters that were running around in Kakariko Village when we were a child. You'll recall, as an adult, they are mysteriously absent. Well, looks like this is where they've been all this time, in jail. So let's talk to this guy. I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. All of my fellow carpenters are imprisoned somewhere in here. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay the favor somehow. But be careful. There are sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. Woo, watch out! And right behind us, woo, we get ambushed by this one guard, and this guard, instead of throwing us in jail, is just gonna fight us. We can even use Navi here. Gerudo Thief, when she drops her guard, attack. If you don't defeat her, you'll be captured. So yeah, this is actually an important fight too. You want to make sure that she doesn't beat you here. So, use of your shield is very important here to avoid taking damage. So you can just let her attack you if you want. And then as soon as it bounces off your shield... Wow, you're gonna attack me or what? Come on. Wait in with your bigger sword there. Whoa! Gotta make sure not to take any damage there. If you're far enough away from her there, you can get enough space to get in a good, strong jump attack. And again, I can't stress enough how important bigger sword there is for getting in that damage there. So every time you beat one of those thieves, they drop a small key, so be sure not to forget to pick it up. And also, it's important to bear in mind, though, that, again, remember, with Bigger and Sword out, you can't use your shield to block. So if you're the type of player that struggles with getting in hits freely without deflecting an attack first, for this part it might be worth actually switching back to your Master Sword, because again, I can't stress enough how important it is to not lose those fights. You get thrown all the way back in prison again. Anywho. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even mention this. That first thief was pretty easy, so I guess I didn't really need to bother with it, but it is totally of great use of you to equip your Deku nuts. They also come in very handy in those fights to momentarily stun the thief and then get in a hit of your own. Did you come here to save me? Oh, that's just swell. I'm Akiro, the carpenter. We were really interested in joining their all-female group, but they locked us up like this just because we're men. We don't care about the Gerudo anymore. They're so rude. 3 of my fellows have also been captured, so please help them escape too. There's an interesting gender dynamic. Not every time you see something like that in popular media. Alright, so we come out this way, but before we proceed any further here, we just want to be careful right here, because you see where it pops us out is right behind here. We want to run past this area here, but we might be spotted by these guys, so I'm just going to take her out, and I'm going to take her out just to be sure. Oh, we've got to aim up a little bit so that it doesn't hit the back of that crate there, obviously. There might be another guard around here. Yeah, I just want to... I don't think that she'll be a problem for me either, but just to be on the safe side, we'll take her out. And we've got the arrows to spare, so I'm not worried about... and that guard over there, I don't think the guards in white can be taken out, but I think they can still spot you just the same, though, so... Anyway, this is the entrance we want to come in this way. Thieves' hideout, and around here. And again, there's a total of 4 carpenters. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, if it was stated anywhere, but hey, you young man over there, look over inside the cell. So they say the exact same thing every single time. And this is all that this entire section is just that, just trying to find new areas of the hideout that you haven't explored yet to hopefully locate and free another carpenter. So, on to carpenter number 2. I have no idea where you come from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. Oh, my fellow, blah, 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 blah. Apparently I can't skip this part, but they just say the exact same thing every single time. There's sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. Ooh, watch out. Okay, so. There we go. See? Like that. Do that if you want. Right? You can see there's sometimes a good time to hit them with that knight is just before it looks like they're going to attack. Sometimes they do quick little slashes, but then other times when they do that jumping spin attack thing, they kind of do a crouch first for like a second. Looks like they're kind of charging up their attack and ready to pounce, so that's a good opportune moment. Alright. You're a cute kid. Thank you for coming to save me. I'm Gyro, the carpenter. These women are so scary. I'd rather work as a carpenter than join them. I can't wait to say goodbye to this place. 2 of my buddies are still being held prisoner. Will you please get them out too? I love their run animation. Alright, let me think. I think that's where we came in, right? So I think this is where we want to exit. Up this way. I think this'll, yeah. Oh, whoa! No, that was absolutely not where we wanted to go. Boy, it's a good thing we didn't get spotted. That would have been bad to have gotten caught as soon as we... as soon as we walked out. Hey guys, what's going on here? Oh, crap! Alright. There's some pots up on this landing here, so if you see those pots, then you'll know you're going the right way. This is where we wanted to go, because you'll see now it spits us out kind of a little bit up higher, where the guards aren't able to spot us, so that's good. And we're going to come over this way, and you'll see there's some vines here, so we can climb up the vines. And both of these entrances, we're going to actually want to explore both of them, but first we're going to want to go into the right side, because that one's actually kind of a dead end, and all that's in here is just one of these carpenters. Oh, well, I guess it's not a dead end, but actually I just think of it as a dead end because we actually don't want to, when we're done here, we don't want to continue down this way. We want to come back out the way we came again. And here, interestingly, there's 2 cells, but it looks like there's only one being occupied. So, talk to this guy. Again, says the exact same thing. Must have a lot of guts, blah, blah, blah. But there's sure to be Gerudo guards somewhere around here, right? 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 That's what you're going to say, right? 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 Get on with it. Somewhere around here. Whoa, watch out, right? There we go. Okay. Alright. Just do some of these backflips and side hops here to put some distance between us, right? You can see now these guards are getting a little bit more tricky to contend with than the first 2. Put their guard up a lot more, and they're a little bit quicker and a little more cautious about how they defend. It's going to be a little bit difficult to get your attacks in, but if you're aggressive at the right times and defensive at the right times, it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Again, worst case comes to worst, just re-equip your Master Sword, just keep blocking with the Hylian Shield, and just wait for them to attack you, and then just hit them back again. You found a small key, blah blah blah. Okay, whoops, I guess I can put my sword away, I don't need that anymore. Alright. 3 carpenters down, 1 to go. Thanks, boy, you're fantastic. I'm Saburu, the carpenter. Have you seen our boss, boy? He's probably worried about me. I have to get back to him immediately. 1 more of our workers is still a prisoner. Please save him. Okay. So like I was saying, that's the way that we don't want to go, actually. We want to come back the way that we came so that we can go through that other door that I was telling you about here. I'm going to see if I can find any more ammo. Arrows or Deku Nuts or something. That will be of more help to us trying to navigate our way around the guards. Apparently not, though. Alright. So this is where we came in, and this is where we want to go next. Okay, now down here, there's some guards patrolling around this room here. If we want, we can just hit them with arrows, and that'll be a quick and easy way to get around them, so we can go down this ramp and then up the ramp on the other side. Or we can just take a shortcut and just aim into the wooden rafter up above on the other side where we want to go, and it'll just zip us right across the whole room, and we just bypass them like that. Not a bad little trick. Saves us some arrows too. And let's think here. I think that's where we want to drop down into, I think. Because there's nothing really up top here. No, there's nothing up here. Although, now that we're up here, we can take advantage of the fact that we now have clear line of sight up to that chest up there. I'm not sure if it might still be a little bit too far, though. See if we can just... See, Navi's pointing to there as a point of interest. I wonder... I never bother with this, but... Yeah, that chest is just too far away. I'm gonna see... Because I know there's another way to get a little bit higher and a little bit closer, but... I wonder if Navi's pointing out that spot there for an opportunity to use Scarecrow Song. I've never tried that here before. Oh yeah, look at that, it does work. There are other ways of being able to get to that chest, so it's not necessary. I've never bothered trying that there, though, before. Alright, well. That's good. And this is a chest you don't want to overlook, because inside you will find... Ta-da! Piece of heart. Alright. We're looking pretty healthy these days, aren't we? Okay, so drop down here, and then this is where we were, over here, right? That's where we came out of. So I believe this is where we want to drop down into. Yes, okay. Now, we're going to crouch right here and wait for just a second because a thief is actually going to come around this corner any second now. There we go. And really quickly with our arrows, you're going to be real quick like that because you'd be surprised how easy it is for them to spot you like that. And I think, yeah, here we go. Final carpenter. Re-equip our Deku nuts. Right. And let's do this. No idea where I come from, yada yada yada. I've heard it all before. All my fellow carpenters are in prison somewhere in here, and yet you're the only one left. Pay the favor somehow, because there should be Gerudo guards somewhere around here. We'll watch out. Alright, last one. This is sure to be the most difficult one. Oh, actually landed a hit. Luckily for us, we actually do have a couple of hits that we can take before we're totally defeated. It would really suck if it's just one hit and then all the way back. But anyway. Alright. So, that takes care of that. I was afraid you were going to forget about me. Now I'm free, thanks. I'm Shiro the Carpenter. For rescuing me, I'll tell you something interesting about the desert that I overheard the Gerudos talking about. They said in order to cross the haunted wasteland, you'll need the Eye of Truth. The Colossus is on the far side of the wasteland. So the Eye of Truth being an obvious allusion to the Lens of Truth. Okay, now I'm going back to my tent near Gerudo Valley, so drop by sometime. You may find something helpful there. Bye! And he runs away like he's saying it too. Bye! Oh, now who's this here? I've seen your fine work. To get past the guards here, you must have good thieving skills. I used to think that all men besides the great Ganondorf were useless, but now that I've seen you, I don't think so anymore. Well, thanks. The exalted Naburu, our leader, put me in charge of this fortress. Naburu is the second in command to the great Ganondorf, king of the Gerudo thieves. Her headquarters are in the Spirit Temple, which is at the end of the desert. Say, you must want to become one of us, eh? All right then, you're in from now on. Take this. With it, you will have free access to all areas of the fortress. Sweet! You obtained the Gerudo's membership card. You can get into the Gerudo's training ground in their hideout. Alright. Not bad. From now on, you're free to come and go as you please through the gate to the desert. You'll find the Spirit Temple, where the exalted Naburu lives, out there in the desert. Excellent! Alright, so now check this out here. Up top, where we had our Stone of Agony, but for the longest time the slot next to it was empty. Now it's finally filled with the Gerudo's membership card. Awesome! Alright, so now we can wander anywhere we want throughout the entire hideout. Sorry, lady. I guess technically we're on the same side now. I'll go get a medic. Alright. But anyway, the point now is that we can even walk right up in front of these guards, and they don't even care anymore. Because we've got membership status. Awesome! Alright. So now we can do a couple of things. We can do here. We're not going to do this just yet. We're going to come back to this at a later point. But if we check the sign here, Gerudo Training Ground, only registered members are allowed. So if we pay a 10 rupee fee when we talk to this Gerudo woman here, she actually opens the gate up to us, and we're able to do the training ground, which in effect basically functions as a sort of another mini dungeon. But there's an item that we're going to want when, again, going for a total completionist philosophy. If we want to do everything there is to do within the training grounds, there's an item that we need that we don't have yet, so we're going to come back later. We don't absolutely need it just to complete the training grounds, but to do everything there is to do, we'll need it. So we won't worry ourselves about it at the current moment. However, what we are going to want to do is call our trusty steed to our side. Now that we've got membership. What the hell am I doing? Why did I do that? I totally played the wrong song. That was a mistake. What I meant to play was a bonus song. Clearly not thinking straight here. This song. Here we go, a bonus song. There we go. And this is the reason we want Epona. It's because if we ride this ramp all the way up behind the Gerudo Fortress, we will find an archery training ground. So if we read the sign here, we can't read the sign on horseback for some reason. Okay, I don't know why we can't read the sign on horseback. We should be able to. Get out of my way, dang it. Horseback archery range. Skilled players are welcome. Okay, that's literally all it said. Okay. So, if we approach and then talk to her. Hey, newcomer, you have a fine horse. I don't know where you stole it from, but... Okay, how about challenging this horseback archery? Once the horse starts galloping, shoot the targets with your arrows. Let's see how many points you can score. You get 20 arrows. If you can score 1,000 points, I will give you something good. Do you want to try for 20 rupees? So we'll select yes, and basically when the training starts, it's just like the other archeries or shooting galleries. Our bow, oh, and well, I mean, indeed, like it is now, because of the fact that we're on horseback. I was going to point out the fact that our bow and arrow are not going to be controlled by the B button. So just be aware of that, that when we want to shoot arrows, it's B instead of the C button. But also, of note for this particular challenge, that's unlike any of the other shooting style challenges we've attempted so far, is Epona's going to be moving. The nice thing about it is that we don't have to control her. She's just going to go, she's going to be on autopilot and do this sort of on-rails shooter kind of a thing. So all we need to be concerned with is aiming and shooting. So let's do it. 20 rupees. Here we go. We need 1,000 points and different targets depending on which targets we hit and how square on we manage to hit them yields different levels of points. So each of those jars are 100 each. So if you can manage to hit each of them, that's a serious boost to our overall point total. And you can see there, we hit on the outside of that target was only 30, and then a little bit more into the middle was close to 60. But if we can manage to hit right into the middle, get a good bullseye, that should give us 100 points there. So, and the nice thing about it here too is we got a nice stock of arrows. It's not infinite though. We only get that many arrows and we're out now. But look at that, that was a pretty good score. Fantastic, you are a true master. I will give this to you. Keep improving yourself. Alright, piece of heart. Now you've collected 3 pieces. With another piece, your life energy will be powered up. Excellent, okay. What we're going to do is do this one more time, because you'll remember she said you get a prize if you get over 1,000 points. But if we do it again and get an even higher score this time, we get something additional. Hey, rookie, you're looking good. Show me your skill again. You should set a new goal of 1,500 points and try again, even though we were well over that score the last time. Only the 1,000 point breaking the record counted that time. Alright, so we pay another 20 rupees and do this again. Hopefully my aim proves as true as it did last time. Again, I recommend trying to break these jars on our first pass, because the second pass we're a little bit further away. So that sucked. Shoot. Only 11 arrows left to go. Alright. Popped off a couple bullseyes there. That was helpful. Nuts. Alright. I'll try to go for those jars now. Uh-oh. Oh no, we need at least like 2 more bullseyes. Oof, that was close. Took every arrow that we had, but we managed it. I'll be darned, you are the ultimate master. I will give you an item suitable for the master. This quiver is very important to me. I want you to have it. Take good care of it, okay? Huzzah! You upgraded your quiver to the biggest quiver. Now you can carry even more arrows to a maximum of 50. Alright! Now, we're going to turn it to nighttime. The thing that sucks about this is that it's going to zip us all the way past. Back to, oh no, look at that. I was wrong. I thought it was going to bring us all the way to the last entrance in Gerudo Fortress that we exited. Because this isn't an area where time passes, so that's usually what happens. But apparently it's just the last time that you got a cutscene or something like that. Or it's sort of like reloaded your position. Anyway, this is the whole point of it turning it to nighttime, is because we want to come back here. Because at nighttime, a gold Skulltula appears way up on that target face. So. Whoa! That was unusual. I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to bring it down to me. Okay. Oh, actually, I should turn it back to daytime now. Actually, before I do that, I just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting another gold Skulltula anywhere around here. I can't remember, but I feel like there might be another gold Skulltula here somewhere in the area that, again, only appears at night. I seem to recall that it's up on a wall somewhere. I think it is. Yeah, you know what? Actually, come to think of it, I think I might know exactly where it is. Let me see. What's the quickest way to get there? Maybe... not that way. Maybe in here? Don't mind me. Just coming through. Yeah, if we can come up this way. I think this might bring us to where we want to go. Yeah, there it is. Honestly, sometimes my memory of this game impresses even myself. Alright. Let me check my mini-map there. Look at that. Now we got the gold Skulltula marker there. Excellente. Alright. So now we can turn it back to day. And we won't have to go far, because we just exited right out of here. There we go. Alright. Not too shabby. Coming down here. And now we are going to proceed even further west. Now that we've got the membership card, we can actually talk to these guys. Hey, newcomer. Okay, great chatting with you. But if we climb up to the top of this turret here, that's where the gate master is located, and that's who we want to talk to open up the gate. Nice camera angle. Hey, rookie. Are you going into the desert? I'll open this gate for you, but you can't cross the desert unless you pass the 2 trials. The first trial is the River of Sand. You can't walk across this river. After you cross it, follow the flags we placed there. The second trial is the Phantom Guide. Those without eyes that can see the truth will only find themselves returning here. You are going anyway, aren't you? I won't stop you. Go ahead. Okie dokie. So yeah, these markers here are what she meant when she was talking about markers in the desert to look for. Haunted Wasteland. If you chase a mirage, the desert will swallow you. Only one path is true. Alright, this is not for the faint of heart.
Listen.